Hi, Roy. I've come to pick up the cake order.
Thought you'd be at uni by now.
Just thought I'd have some breakfast.
Oh, everyone's talking about your dad's story. Auntie Beth said it's Bill from start to finish.
Why do I care what he gets up to? Everything I do, he undermines me.
Hey, look, you've just started uni. You've got a new baby on the way. He's just worried that you're under too much pressure.
You're dead sweet, stick it up for him. But you don't deserve it.
I just don't want any more rows, that's all. Isn't it better if our baby's born into a supportive, happy family?
You've met the Barlows, haven't you? The Waltons, we ain't.
Just read your story. It's been an education. You should run a masterclass.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. But I don't really feel I'm qualified to teach people how to write.
Oh, not in writing. In understanding the secret inner workings of the lady mind.
Oh, good luck with that.
You really know what makes the fairer sex tick.
Well, you have Claudia to thank for that. She helped me create some authentic female characters.
Rubbish. I just dug up a few stories from my checkered past.
Oh, might have known. I can see you really lived.
Are you saying I look old?
Perish the thought. You're positively glowing with youthfulness. Duty calls.
You're not looking very happy. Can there's something wrong?
Just a few family problems playing on my mind.
There he is, the man of the moment. Your story's got everybody tittle-tattling. As soon as I've got a break, I'm going to give it a go.
Oh, take my advice. Stick to your magazines.
I have been known to try things quite challenging, you know, Claudia, thank you. Yes, you've seen my coffee table. It's piled high with books.
Books with, pictures. Ah, well, one man's meat.
Anyway, see you again.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Claudia.
Anywhere in the world, the whole wide world right now, where would it be?
Oh, somewhere a bit Nordic, I think. I only have to think of the sun and I get burnt to a crisp.
Oh, you're a little lily-white porcelain dolly, you. What are you? Oh, frowny father-in-law, 10 o'clock.
Sinead? Carla told me you'd be here on your break.
Yeah, not for long though. Actually, I need to get back to my machine.
Need to have a quick word now?
I can't, not while I'm in work. Maybe we could meet up at the weekend or something?
How about lunch today?
Go on, as Evelyn's always telling me, never look a gift horse in the mouth.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Okay, good. See you later. Bye.
Okay.
Bye, Cam.
I can't believe you still haven't told him.
I don't want to ruin his first day at uni.
There we are.
Thank you.
Thank you, Roy.
Daniel's so excited. He's learning from the best teachers, meeting new people. He must think that, I don't know, anything's possible.
This is news that nobody wants to hear, ever. But he needs to be told.
Yeah, I know. And I will tell him, just at the right time.
There's never going to be a right time.
Please, will you stop putting me under more and more pressure? I can't take it anymore.
Yes, that's because he shouldn't be doing it alone.
Like I already explained, I am waiting for my baby to grow, right? Every passing week, it's gonna be bigger and more viable, right?
Your cancer might be growing too. Look, this is his baby as much as yours. And he should be helping you to decide what's for the best.
He really wants this child.
Yes, but he loves you.
Hello. What have you said now?
Nothing, it's fine.
You don't cry over nothing. What have you said? come on. What have you done this time? I hope you've not been guilt-tripping her again.
I don't have any influence over her.
You said something to upset her.
We're just talking.
Talking and crying.
Oh, right. I want a word with you, Ken.
Why?
You know why.
I don't.
What's it about?
It's a private matter, thank you, Daniel. Come with
We
me.
can all drink up this way.
No, we can't. Come on, for goodness sake.
Tell me what you were arguing about.
I've got to go back to work now. I'll see you later. I don't know why, but this afternoon really dragged.
With the pregnancy making you tired. You need to rest. But first, you can tell me what you and my dad were arguing about.
Nothing. Thanks.
You were really upset.
I told you, it's just the hormones.
Something you're not telling me. My dad said something to you.
Like what?
Don't let this baby of yours get in the way of Daniel's MA.
No.
I know what he's like.
Daniel, you've got it wrong. Your dad's been dead nice about the baby. In fact, it's actually brought me and him closer, you know.
Thank you. They're having a baby.
Yes, this is why she didn't want to tell Daniel. She was worried if Daniel found out he'd wanted to start treatment straight away, which would mean having a termination.
Surely she wants to start treatment.
Well, she was holding on to the idea that if she could keep going for a few more weeks, she might be able to keep the baby and have the treatment.
And is she right?
The doctors say that's possible, but the treatment wouldn't be as effective.
So why take the risk? Surely priority has to be to get better. But either way, she should be talking to her husband about this.
No. I've been telling her, and I'm blue in the face. I even threatened to tell him myself. Can't bear to be with them for a minute. Watching him newly married, happy, expectant father.
It's awful.
And if she doesn't tell him, I'm faced with having to have the hardest conversation I've ever had with Daniel.
You have to respect her wishes.
Even if it means lying to my son?
If you meddle, it could become much worse.
Dad?
I won't say a thing, don't worry. Ellie, you too?
Oh, hi, Claudia.
Sinead told me what was going on earlier. She says the two of yous are getting on like a house on fire. And I'm really pleased. And I'm sorry for getting the wrong end of the stick earlier.
It's fine.
No more rows, promise. Not with our beautiful baby on the way.
Absolutely. Tea or coffee?
No, I'm fine, thanks.
Yeah, I'd love a cup of tea, please. Thank you.
Okay. I'll expect regular updates. And if it falls on my shoulders to support you, then so be it.
It's called morning sickness, not morning stuffy face, is it? Oh, don't look now, but Tracy's car.
Yeah, by herself, by the looks of things. That doesn't augur well, does it? Should we go over, see if we can get the lowdown? Hey, are you okay?
Yeah. Oh, yes, sorry. I just went a bit fuzzy for a sec then.
That's it.
What are you doing?
Ringing Peter, telling him you're not coming in today.
What? No, you can.
You nearly fainted.
So, pregnant women do it all the time. Please, will you stop fussing? You're going to send negative stress waves to the baby.
Negative stress waves?
You know what I mean, smarty pants? Right, I will see you later.
What are you on about? I'm going to walk you to work. Numpty. Negative stress for you.
Sorry to keep you. I thought Jude'd be here. And then I had an unexpected man visitor covered in tattoos.
Yeah, been bringing back rough trade.
Gemma more like. Oh, it turned my stomach.
Speaking of which, you haven't got any tips on how to cure morning sickness, have you?
What's this?
Sinead, she's been off her food and she nearly fainted outside the cafe earlier.
Oh, you're kidding. You don't think she's got that thing Kate Middleton had? What's it called?
Hyperemesis gravidarum. I looked it up.
Well, if it's as bad as it sounds, you want to get her straight down to surgery.
I would, but every time I bring it up, she nearly bites my head off.
Wait till you're in delivery room.
You're joking, aren't you? He'll be in the booze then.
No, library more like.
Yeah, look, I'm just messing. I hope she's well soon. Thanks, Lisa.
Oh, by the way, saw Tracy earlier.
Ah, they're back.
She is. No sign of Steve.
Well, that doesn't all go well.
That's exactly what I said. Think I'd better go.
Give Sinead my love. Poor girl, I don't envy her. You ever had a tattoo?
Sorry.
Oh, ignore me. I'll get your paper.
Oh, hello, little man.
Can't believe how much he looks like his dad.
Well, at least he takes after his mother's side when it comes to his temperament.
Well, I hope Jude appreciates having a mum as brilliant as you are.
I very much doubt that.
You're joking, aren't you? You know, the way that you are with him, looking after George, being kind and supportive. Anyway, I best go. See you later. Bye.
Sinead? Rang into Daniel earlier and he said you'd been feeling unwell.
No, I'm fine. I'm just a bit tired, that's all.
And was that why you nearly fainted in front of the cafe?
Look, please, can we not talk about this now?
Then when?
Later.
Hey, what are you two up to? You're not trying to buy cheap knicker elastic off her, are you?
Tempting as that is, I'm inviting my daughter-in-law over for dinner.
Ah, nice one. Having said that, I've just seen Tracy, and I think she's hoping you're gonna give her a big welcome home meal.
Still can't get my head around what she's done for Steve.
Oh, she told you she dumped him in the desert.
Well, I didn't get the finer details, but sooner not know.
No, sorry, did you just say desert?
Yeah. It's probably best not to go there.
Yeah, I bet Steve wishes he hadn't. Anyway, I mustn't keep you both. I'll see you later, okay? 5 o'clock?
Yeah, okay. Bye. People start to realise something is up if you keep turning up at the factory. What I meant was...
He told me.
What? He shouldn't have.
Sinead, it's all right.
Ken, why don't you make the girl a drink?
I'll pour the kettle on.
Darling, I'm so sorry to hear what you've been going through. Nobody should have to face making that sort of choice.
I can't believe he told you.
Look, don't blame him. As you know, it's a hard enough thing to bear on one's own.
He's not the one going through it.
But it's still a strain. And trust me, he has your best interests at heart. And if telling me lessened his burden, it can only be good for you.
Okay.
And for what it's worth, I don't think it's anybody else's business but yours how you decide to look after you and the baby.
Thank you.
I'm on your side, you know, Sinead.
I know.
Which is why I was disappointed when I heard you'd nearly fainted and you didn't tell me. No. We agreed that I would keep your secret if you would keep me informed about your health. Now, if you can't do that, I have no choice but to tell Daniel.
Oh, Ken! Do shut up, you interfering old lady. Darling, why don't you go home? I'll finish up here. And nobody's telling anybody anything.
Thank you. And thanks for tea, Ken. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Sorry, that was rude. But the girl's been through enough.
I was just surprised. But you do feel very strongly about this, don't you?
Well, I can't pretend to understand what she's going through, but I do remember what it was like to be young and afraid and not knowing what the right thing to do was. I only wish I'd had more people in my corner when I was her age.
You dashed off this morning without this. You need to look after yourself. Telt.
Oh, I'm fine. We're fine. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, just dropping off a food parcel.
Actually, it is lunchtime by my reckoning.
Right, you lot, feeding time. Try not to maul the keepers. Plenty of hot pot for everyone.
Cheeky beggar. If he were in a safari park, he'd have had his wing mirror bent back by now.
Do you know, I could live in a zoo, mate. I could. Plenty of food, shelter on hand. Yeah, it'd suit me down to the ground, that.
What, being caged up folk gawping at you?
No more than I'd be gawping at them.
True, suppose. Do you know, last time I visited Chester Zoo, there was this old chimp. Grey hair, battle scars. He'd lived a life. He looked straight at me and, I don't know, Fizz. I just felt a real connection.
Oh, so you come in the Rovers then, or are you stopping at Dev's for a bunch of bananas? It's in your butties, Sinead.
No, it's a bit cheeky eating them in here, isn't it?
Go off, you beggar.
Oh, what was it?
A fly, it was brazen.
Oh, they are this time of year. Half dead with out to lose. I know how they feel most days. Oh, he's on the curtain.
What do you mean, he?
The fly.
What? Either you've got very, very good eyesight, or you're making an assumption.
I'm just going to nip to the ladies.
I don't blame you.
Come on. Oh, go on. You'll be all right in there. They're all fellas.
What is your point?
My point is that if it's ever something negative, like a rat or a spider or a fly, it's always, ooh, look at the size of him. But if it's something beautiful, like a super yacht, it's like, ooh, she's a beauty. I tell you what it is, it's sexism, that's what it is.
Sean, she's just landed in your hot pot.
Oh, no.
Sinead, you in there? Come on, we've got to go back to work. Sinead? Sinead, love, answer me.
Come on, time's ticking.
All right. I'm on my lunch, not a cattle drive. I mean, you'll be branding us next.
Well, if that's what it takes to get you back in that factory.
He would and all. Quick, I think she's passed out.
What?
Sinead, I don't...
Come on. Go.
Sinead! Sinead! See?
Yeah, right, come here, let me kick it.
Whoa, no! Hang on, Bruce Willis. You'll kick the door into her. Right, has anyone got a 10p?
Now's not the time for a whip round.
It's to open the door.
Oh. Sinead! Sinead! Sinead, can you hear me?
Call an ambulance.
Right, we'll go fetch Daniel.
Okay.
Is she breathing?
I don't know. Sinead, sweetheart, it's all right. We've got help coming.
Come in. I'm afraid you can't sue anyone for stealing your porridge.
What do you think?
Well, I hope he's paying rent.
It's for the nursery.
That'd be my room, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah. I meant to speak to you about that.
Don't worry about it. I'm not going to hang about. I like my sleep too much. Sinead looks like she's missing out on her Zeds already. She looked knackered in the pub.
Yeah, she's not been sleeping too good, which isn't unusual, apparently. Saw this and couldn't resist.
Well, you're entitled to be excited, because I am. I'm going to have the little one doing keepy-ups before he's out of nappies.
Or she. Can't wait.
I'll remind you of that when you're getting 2 hours kip a night.
Bring it on.
Is that Sinead? I couldn't tell.
you find him?
No, I can't find him anyway.
She's come round a bit, but she's really groggy.
What's happened?
Sinead collapsed in the pub.
Is anyone coming with her?
Yeah, I'll go.
Dad, I'll take your car. I'll follow on.
What's going on? What's taking so long?
Well, listen, hey. They'll have tests to do, you know. Also, she's pregnant, and I'm sure she'll be fine.
Why did you go with her?
Somebody had to. But there's something I need to tell you. I've been wanting to tell you ever since I...
Is she all right? Is the baby all right?
They're both doing fine.
Ah, that's great. So, sorry, can I ask you what happened to her?
We think she passed out due to a combination of low blood pressure and anemia. It is common in pregnancy. And of course, things may have been exacerbated by the blood loss.
Blood loss?
From the illness.
Illness?
You haven't discussed any medical issues with her other than the pregnancy?
No. What's wrong with her?
I'm afraid I cannot disclose that. That is a matter of patient confidentiality.
She's my wife.
And I appreciate that. But you will have to discuss it with her, I'm sorry.
Can I see her?
We're just bringing her up now. We'll let you know when you can go in.
Thanks.
Something's wrong. Something's terribly wrong.
No,
I know it.
Hang on. No, you don't know
Yes,
that.
you saw
Daniel.
his face. Why wouldn't she tell me? What were you going to say? If you know something, you need to tell me now.
The doctor said it's best you talk to Sinead.
Dad?
I've been desperate to tell you all along, but Sinead insisted...
Will you just tell me?
She's been diagnosed with cervical cancer. I'm so sorry.
I told you.
I'm so sorry. You should have told me. What did you think I was going to say? I thought we were a team.
We are. But I don't know. Me and you were the closest thing to normal I had left.
You've been carrying that all by yourself. Thought of that breaks my heart. Why did you tell my dad?
Please don't blame me, Dad. Put him in a difficult position, Daniel. He kept asking me to tell you.
So how long has he known?
A week, maybe.
A week? He's spoken to me. He's looked me in the eye, all the while knowing that you would...
I made him promise, Daniel. It was my decision.
No. No. It was his decision. He can't wait to interfere normally, preach his little homilies because he always knows best. But not this time, eh? Why? Because it didn't suit him. He didn't want to have the difficult conversation. He didn't even want to have it earlier.
That's not fair.
I needed him to do the right thing. The hard thing. For your sake, for my sake. And he didn't have the guts. He let me down again.
Daniel, don't!
Go on! Clear off, just like you always do.
So what's the score? Dad?
She's conscious, lucid.
No, I mean, I'm thinking about the bigger picture. Dad, talk to me, please.
She has a chance.
A chance? What do you mean, what kind of a chance?
I can't give you any odds. You were the bookmaker, not me. But from what I can gather, either outcome is possible.
baby on the way. We could have discussed it. We could have come to a decision. Yes.
It was Sinead's decision. And with my past meddling, how could I gainsay her? Or you, or anybody?
I could have talked to her.
It wouldn't have done any good. You'd have been suffocated by it like I was.
So, what happens now?
It takes its course, regardless.
I wouldn't dissent from my colleague's opinion. Your faint was most likely caused by low blood pressure arising from your pregnancy and possible anemia.
And that was because of the bleeding?
Most likely. But the good news is you should be well enough to go home tomorrow.
Well enough. She's got cancer. You should be working round the clock to treat it.
I asked him to hold off treatment.
What?
The baby's sick.
How does you getting sick help our child?
If I started the treatment too early, it'd mean I'd have to have a termination.
And if you start too late?
It's a chance I'm willing to take.
Well, I'm not. I can't believe that you even approved this.
It's not a matter of approval. We laid out all the alternatives to your wife.
There are no alternatives. You go ahead and do whatever it takes to get her well again.
Sinead was offered a termination, which would have allowed us to commence radiotherapy immediately, but she declined.
Daniel, listen to me. I want to see our baby grow up. And now that I'm in my second trimester, I can start chemo this week. This way, the baby will survive, and so can I.
If she had a termination now, would it improve her chances?
It would allow us more options to pursue the most aggressive forms of treatment, yes.
Can you give us a minute?
Of course.
Sinead, I know that you think you're doing the right thing, but this is insane. You need to have a termination and start the strongest available treatment right now.
I can't.
And I can't lose you. I wouldn't survive. If you loved me...
Don't say that.
No, it's true. If you really loved me, you wouldn't risk leaving me. You'd do everything and anything you could to get well again.
I only hope Daniel can forgive me.
I don't think he's giving you much thought at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah, but he will if the worst happens. If you're looking for a scapegoat, he won't have to look very far.
Well, I suppose that comes down to whether he thinks that telling him earlier would have made any difference.
That implies rational thinking. And that's the first thing out of the window when you lose somebody. Especially at that age, when that depth of hurt is new.
Anyway, there's no good as speculating.
You know, when your mother died, I thought I'd never recover. And it wasn't just losing her, it was the overwhelming injustice of it.
Yeah, well, we all felt that.
Oh, you were protected by your age to some extent. I'm glad about that. But for me, a young man, near enough Daniel's age, to fall victim to such a cruel and unusual punishment, and to see death so near, and lack the life experience to process it, you fall into a kind of madness.
I'm not saying abortion isn't right. For some people, yeah, of course it is. But after I had mine, I saw the consequences for you, and I couldn't live with myself. I swore I'd never go down that road again.
You didn't know that your life was going to be on the line. We can always try again for another baby, but there'll be no bringing you back.
If I had a termination and started treatment, It'd make me infertile. That'd be it for us.
Then we'd adopt. Do you really think that I care about that next to losing you?
I understand what you're saying. I don't want to die. But I've thought about it a lot. Well, I've thought about nothing else.
Then think some more, because there is absolutely no way that you could possibly conclude that this is a good idea.
Look, fast forward 12 months from now, right? Imagine you're in a burning building with our baby in your arms.
This is irrelevant.
No, it's not. You're in that burning building. And there's a very good chance you'll get out if you leave the baby. But there's also a chance, yeah, a smaller one, I admit that. But there's also a chance you can both get out. What would you do?
It's not the same thing.
It is to me. I know you might not understand, but I'm the one who's got our baby growing inside him. I'm the one who is dependent on, and I'm the only one who can nourish it and protect it. I can't abandon our baby.
Well, you'd sooner abandon me.
That's not the choice.
It could be. And it's not just your choice to make. You're my wife. That's my kid. I've got a say. You have to do what's best for you.
This is best for me.
The idea of termination. It breaks my heart. I've run the whole movies up here. Taken his stabilisers off his bike and watched them wobble down the road. Heard the bedroom door slam when they're a teenager. I had a lump in my throat at their graduation. I don't want to say goodbye to any of that any more than you do. But you've got to have a termination.
I don't know, in here, it just doesn't feel right. And I'm sorry. Daniel? Daniel, wait, please!
Is he in?
You mean Dad?
Somehow that doesn't feel very appropriate.
Just wait. Move! Wait! Stop. OK, just stop and take a breath. Just calm down. And remember what happened last time you two had a row.
He needs to face up to what he's done.
I understand how angry you must feel at the whole world, but it's not fair to take all that out on one old man. He didn't give Sinead cancer.
He stood by and did nothing.
Yes, he knows. And you screaming at him won't make it any clearer, and it certainly won't help your wife.
She dies. I'll never forgive him.
I understand. But we're a long way from that scenario.
No, we're not. She's stage 3B, and she's not had any treatment yet. He knew all of that, and he said nothing.
Why has she not had any treatment?
She delayed it so that it wouldn't hurt the baby. Because she's determined to go through with this pregnancy, even if it kills her. No!
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 Come here.
No!
It's okay. So sorry.
This is where it ends because of him. He finally got what he wanted.
No, Daniel, listen. Listen. That's not true. I won't try and pretend he's handled it well, but he's worried sick in there. He's worried sick about you and what this is going to mean for you and him.
Me and him? Did Sinead happen to feature at all in his concern?
Yes, of course she did. He wants her to get well as much as anyone.
If he wanted her to get well, he should have said something. He never wanted us to be together. Never.
No, you can't really believe that he wants her to die. She put him in an impossible situation. I'm the last person in the world to defend him. I was 6 when he packed me and Susan off to Scotland. 6 years old. With a hug, a Mars bar, and no explanation. Then nothing. I mean, yeah, there's Christmas and birthday presents, but it's nothing I'd want. Because I was a stranger to him, he didn't know me. And we stopped waiting for the day that he'd fetch his own. Of course, when that day came, guess what? We didn't want to go. It was too late. It was way too late.
It's the story of his life.
But you know what? I've come to feel sorry for him. He was never a family man. He played away before me and Susan could walk. But that's who he was. Just wasn't cut out for it.
Took the easy option. Put himself first, as per usual. Why do we keep letting him get away with it?
He's got away with nothing. He's had to live with his choices. He's had years to reflect on them.
Do you want me to feel sorry for him?
No. I want you to try and see things with a clear head, that's all.
Reflect on them. For all the good that it's done him. He's learned absolutely nothing. He's still making the same mistakes. He's still letting his family down.
He's flawed, yeah. But you show me somebody who isn't. You tell me somebody who doesn't spend every day fighting the same temptations, trying not to walk into the same old traps they'd set themselves years before. I mean, look at me. I've got away from here once or twice, but here I am again, on the backyard of the same terraced house where I was born. Trying to undo 50-odd years of hurting the people who love me. Who says history doesn't repeat itself?
Sorry about the racket.
Oh, no, it's fine. She's got a good pair of lungs on her.
Oh, sorry. I doubt he's offended.
Oh, no, I was on about you.
Nah, he's lovely to me. But my nan reckons all babies look like Winston Churchill, especially when they're crying. Though yours might be the exception.
Oh, I've not had mine yet.
Wow. Carrying it well. I mean, I'm no Victoria Beckham now, but 3 days ago I looked like Kim Jong-un in a nightie.
No, I'm only 3 months.
Right. Everything all right?
Yeah, the baby's fine. What's his name?
Kane. Not after Harry mind. City till we die. Him and all. But we don't know it yet. Still, that's not the curse it used to be.
It's a nice name.
A bit different without it being a fruit or veg, or the place you conceived. Droylsden's not really got a ring to it.
Is he first?
Yeah. And halfway through 26 hours of labour, he was definitely going to be my last.
How do you feel now?
Scared. I've been responsible for him. I finally feel like a grown-up.
I'm sure you'll manage.
Well, don't get me wrong, it's well exciting. Every time I look at him, I think, I did that. Or half of it. I made this little human. If I do now else with the rest of my life, if I get hit by a bus tomorrow, I know I've done something worthwhile. And nobody can take that away from me. But you've got all this to come.
Yeah, I have.
I couldn't care if he suffers. I really don't. Totally indifferent.
You don't sound indifferent. And he's certainly not indifferent to you. You cut him adrift, and you'll regret it. When there's no one doing it, believe me, I know that feeling. Daniel, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
Just a chance I'll have to take.
With Sinead as well. Because if she's determined to keep the baby, you have two alternatives as far as I see it.
Enlighten me.
You stick to your guns. You refuse to accept her decision. You spend the next few months apart. Maybe her last few months.
It will be her last few
No,
months.
just wait, just let me finish. So the other choice is you just agree to differ. You don't like a choice, but you accept it. You hold a hand. You go through this together. Whatever happens.
That's not fair.
Life's not fair. It's not fair for anyone. I wish it was, but it isn't, and you know that more than anyone now. So you can put yourself first, just like Dad did. Daniel, or you can stand by your wife and child. Look, I suppose what I'm trying to say is history doesn't always have to repeat itself.
Thank you.
What for? I just
told it as you saw it. I heard.
How long were you there?
Long enough. And you were right for the most part.
I'll remind you, you said that.
You know, I think in the end, you've grown up faster than I did, and I'm proud of you for that.
Now, let's not get carried away, Dad. We're both past masters at do as I say, not as I do.
Not anymore. I'm an old man, yes, but I'm not too old to change.
Sound like Scrooge on Christmas morning.
I'm serious, Peter. I have to change because I'm guilty as charged. I am self-absorbed. I've been all my life. I was always the clever one, the protege. Put on a pedestal by my teachers when I was in short trousers. And I've never climbed down. Never had the courage. Too scared to challenge myself. And too selfish to deny myself. The days I put my needs above those of my family are over. You paid a heavy enough price for my sins. Both of you. And I swear, I'm going to use whatever time and strength I have left to put things right. And if that means I have to be the yardstick for everything Daniel despises, so be it. I'll make that sacrifice for the sake of his happiness. Because I won't let him make my mistake. He'll be the man I should have been. I know he will.
Sorry.
Me too. Promise I'll never leave you again.
And I won't ever leave you. I love you. And I love our baby, and I'm not going anywhere.
I love you too.
You know, Daniel won't reply to any of my texts. I just want to help.
I know, Dad, but I think he needs to concentrate on Sinead at the moment.
Daniel?
Look, I haven't got time for any more of your navel-gazing. I'm going seeing Sinead.
Daniel, Dad's just trying to help you.
Hey! What's going on with our Sinead?
She's ill.
Is it the baby?
No. Look, I'm sorry to have to tell you like this, but she's got cancer.
What?
I'm on my way to see her now at the hospital. You're welcome to come with me.
Yes, Daniel.
No.
I'm going to go with Daniel. Is that all right, Mr. Barlow?
Yes, Beth, you go.
Text me when you get there.
Yeah. So, where will they start the treatment?
I'm seeing the oncologist in a bit.
Yeah. Everything's in hand.
Come here. You like me own daughter. You know that, don't you?
Please, Auntie Beth, don't. You're gonna get me going and I don't want to get upset for the baby.
Oh, you have this said out.
Keeping the baby.
Yeah, we've decided. Chemotherapy, it won't harm the baby. Not at this stage.
Right, well, I want to see the doc with you, because I've been kept in the dark long enough.
No, I just want Daniel here. But I'm gonna need your help through this, all right?
Of course, anything.
Please, will you tell my mum for me and the rest of the family?
Yeah, of course I will.
I need you to be my point woman, right? Ask them to contact you if they want any news. I can't bear the thought of my phone ringing every 2 minutes and me having to explain myself over and over.
Yeah, I feel the calls for your cars. Well, you've got to keep me updated, right? Because I won't be able to do my job otherwise.
I will.
I need another hug.
Poor Sinead. She's just a kid. But when I think of all the abuse I put my body through, that's not fair.
I know.
How long have they known?
I don't know the details. We found out ourselves this morning.
Daniel must be devastated.
He is, yeah.
Chesney and all.
Can you send Sinead a letter out, setting out a sick page just to put her mind at rest?
Is it okay if I go and tell Chesney about Sinead?
Yeah, of course it is.
Well, I'd rather tell him myself than to hear it somewhere else.
Yeah, good thinking, Kirk.
Don't hear that very often.
How's Daniel coping?
He's not great. I mean, he jumps off the deep end at the best of times, so how he's going to cope with this, I don't know.
I don't believe it. I know. Beth's in bits. I've just had her crying on the phone.
Should I go and see her, do you think?
Beth says she's due home today.
Doesn't make any sense, what with her organic soaps and that. She don't smoke, she barely drinks.
I know.
Well, she'll be fine. She's tough as old boots, Sinead.
Best get back to work, mate. I'll keep you posted.
Oh, well, thanks for broadcasting the news, Kirky. I don't know if Sinead wants all and sundry knowing.
It's not his fault, Beth. We were asking after her.
I always said what I knew.
And who are you calling all and sundry?
I only told a family less than an hour ago.
We're mates. We want to support you.
Oh, with Gran again.
Right, you lot. I know we've all had a setback because of the news about Sinead, but Sarah's come up with an idea we wanted to run by you all.
Yeah, especially you, Beth.
Oh, ignore this. What's the idea?
Well, you know the big nightwear competition?
Oh, yeah. Sinead was dead eager to enter that.
But at the time, we were snowed under.
Yeah, and there's a decent cash prize, so I was thinking, if we won, we could give Sinead the money or she could donate it to a charity of her choice, whatever.
She did some designs for that.
Yeah, she did. They're on the computer. I'll be able to find them.
Oh, even better.
I think it's a great idea.
Well, I know that her designs were a bit complicated, if I remember, so it'll probably take the whole team, but I can check the deadline.
Oh, it'll mean the world to her. Will you stop phoning? I'm at work. Yeah, well, I'm going to set up a group chat later. Just call your jets, will you? I mean it, Gran. Honestly, she'd be dead touched.
So if you're happy with everything I've outlined,
So will the chemo definitely not harm my baby?
obviously there are some risks with any medical treatment, but the chemo won't harm your baby.
So after this first session...
We'll continue the cycles every 3 weeks. There'll be 6 cycles in total. Then we'll do the C-section.
So that would be...
The section will be at 33 weeks. 3 weeks after your last chemo.
And what you said about the placenta?
During your 2nd and 3rd trimester, your placenta acts as a kind of barrier, protecting your baby from the effects of this type of chemo. And now that you're past your 1st trimester, we can start straight away.
What do you mean, like this week?
No, I mean today. I mean now.
We're choosing the safest option. The consultant said that, plain as day.
There's always some risk. You said that as well.
They know what they're doing, Sinead. And I'll be there. Every step of the way. We don't know anything about this. The doctor does. We should take his advice. Otherwise, we might as well just take Beth's or, God forbid, Kirk's.
I know all that. I just wasn't expecting to have to do it today.
Sinead, please. This baby needs you healthy. I need you healthy. This is the only way.
About having a twins back. I should just put them up for adoption and have done.
You can't do that. Beth, will you tell her? Sorry, I'm no fun today. Fun? I'm talking about her getting her kids back. I'm not asking you to do balloon animals.
I wasn't listening, to be honest.
Oh, I don't blame you. I am sick of hearing myself moan. I'm so sorry about your Sinead.
Yeah, hey. Me too.
Oh, it's my flaming gran again. I'm gonna have to take this.
Sinead going to die?
No, of course not. I mean, we're all gonna die eventually, aren't we? She's just not very well, that's all.
Shall we go and see an hospital?
Kirk said she's coming out today. I don't think they'd let her come home if she were really, really poorly, would they?
I'll make her a card. You think that'll cheer her up?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it will.
It's like none of this is real.
If only.
And
What?
I'm sorry, but I still feel like I'm being pushed into all this.
You are being pushed into this. By the cancer. Nobody wants you to be going through this. Not me. Not the doctors. But we're on the defensive here, trying to fight back, taking advice from the most knowledgeable people.
I know, it makes sense. Logical sense. But in here, and in here, the logic just doesn't play a very big part. Sinead. I'm ready.
Sinead! Oh, it's only me. Sorry. Forget I've got this on.
Kirk, of all the insensitive...
I'm sorry, I didn't realise. I let Liam choose my costume for me. I knew I should have gone for Donald Trump.
Oh, no, it's fine, Kirk. You don't need to apologise. It's actually pretty funny under circumstances.
Sinead.
Cheers. Oh. You've heard then?
Yeah. Look, if there's anything I can do, I know people say that, but honestly, anything at all,
Uncle Chesney, Joe's having a fight over Snickers with a zombie.
A zombie? Well, Chesney's no good. I'm the expert with zombies.
Anything you need?
Come on, then.
Thanks, Kirk.
All right, let's get you indoors. Chemo really takes it out of you.
Chemo? Already?
I'll fill you in another time.
I never knew it was so...
Hey, right. No tears. Yeah? I'm going to be needing laughter more than anything the next few months.
I just want you to know. I'm sorry.
Ches, don't be daft.
No, I am. I'm so sorry.
Burger and chips for tea. Unless you want me to make something healthy. Cross his fingers for burger and chips.
I'm not that hungry, to be honest.
How about a film?
No subtitles, though. My head's banging as it is.
No subtitles. Nothing in black and white. No Croatian animation. Croatian animation? It's quite difficult to say, actually. We can watch the one about the teenage choir again, if you really want.
Pitch Perfect, your favourite.
Anything you want.
Oh, what about something about a lovable yet naughty dog?
Okay. As long as it doesn't speak. Got to draw the line somewhere. But I'm going to make the call about tea. And I say... burger and chips. So, yep. Won't be long.
About before. Don't make a habit of breaking down in the street.
That's okay. Nearly had me going.
It's a lot to take in.
Yeah, it is.
Look, whatever happened between us before,
No, you don't need to explain, Chesney. I feel the same. God. Life can't half deliver a kick in the knackers when you're not looking, right?
Tell me about it.
Try to put on a brave, smiley face for Sinead, but...
All you really want to do is hide away in a cupboard and have a little cry.
I was going to suggest tearing the world down and burning whatever's left, but yeah, okay. I get what you mean.
Flipping heck. I'd like to get on the wrong side of you again.
I think we're past all that.
We went through this a few years back when Hope was ill. Everyone's saying if there's anything I can do. It was always the practical stuff that seemed to help the most.
Well, if there is anything, I'll let you know, I promise. For example, if our local friendly kebab shop happened to offer discounts to sick neighbours.
It's on the house.
Cheers. See ya.
All right, see ya.
Hello? Oh, hi. Yeah. I'm feeling okay, I'm tired. Oh, yeah, your nurses were really lovely, thank you. The next one? Am I, not allowed to get over this one first? Well, I mean, I'm gonna have to check.
Come on, tell me you can resist the smell of chips.
Sorry, can you just hold on a sec?
Is that the hospital?
Yeah. Please, could you pass us that, box of tissues out the bedroom?
Yeah, of course.
Thanks. Hiya. Yeah, sorry, so I've just checked, and that date's no good for me, I'm afraid. I'm gonna have to get back to you. Yeah, of course I understand.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
You got your next hospital appointment sorted then?
No. No, it was just them checking up on me, making sure I was okay.
All right. Well, for the next 3 weeks, I am your personal servant. Need to get your strength up before your next session. We're going to beat this. Whatever it takes.